I feel like we all sometimes get that feeling of boredom where the only way to boost your overall levels of joy is to swim in a bottomless sea of TV entertainment. Of course, there's also YouTube or TikTok, but that stuff only gets as good as the algorithm allows it to be. And it's mostly cheap stuff like, today I'm pranking this crippled war veteran by taking all of his pension away and burning his house and injecting him with chlamydia. Or discussion of whether or not trans grandmas should be allowed into the woman's restroom in the retirement house, bruh. Like, brah, can you discuss something other than critical gender theory? It ain't the only thing that should be concerning you, bruh. After all that poisoning from a large bit of internet entertainment, one way or the other, you always go back to big production TV entertainment. Since so far, the Big Benjamin really has no competition. Now, big stuff like that vary from family-friendly and wholesome animated stories, maybe like a fun anime or something, or like movies that keep you at the edge of your seat, or it could also be like an NBA finals that you happen to stumble upon while browsing your network. Well, maybe basketball isn't exactly that exciting of a sport. It's definitely better entertainment than the shows your friend recommends you watch, bruh. But even so, basketball isn't exactly the lamest of the sports you can watch. I got a bone to pick with whoever thought curling was a good idea for a sport, bruh. I mean, look at these fucking goofballs, bruh. These ignorant motherfucking ass crackers. This shit looks like an interview for a local McDonald's janitor position, bruh. Seems like whoever wins the championship of this sport gets to replace Oglak in Burger Shot, bruh. Like if the CIA kidnapped me and tried to beat information from me, I wouldn't talk no matter what, bruh. But the second they turn this ass sniffing of a sport, I'm telling them all I know, bro. I'm telling them who got Biggie. I'm telling them who the Zodiac was. JFK, that was my pal, bro, Tacitus, bro. I'll tell you all I know. Just turn that shit off. All in all, this shit is a zero, bruh. But God forbid if them federal agents turn on baseball on the big telly. This insomnia healing sport isn't just boring, it's borderline psychopathic, bro. I have no idea what the rules of this sport are, but no reasonable sport would allow its games to be this idle. The whole point of a sport is competition, right? But the only competition in baseball is who can stay still the longest, bruh. I mean, other than that, all these hired actors do is either throw a ball or hit the ball with a bat. I mean, what kind of entertainment is that? The guy's either gonna hit it or miss it. We saw the same shit like 1,000 times, bruh. And as if that wasn't enough, they even made a bunch of international spin-offs from this sport, like cricket. Like what? Who would want more of this coma-inducing trash, dog? Just for learning purposes, I actually sat down and watched the whole game of baseball. And I have to tell you, I'm still recovering from it with therapy. Zero. And what the fuck is up with NASCAR or F1 anyway? People actually find cars riding in a circle for 2 hours interesting? I mean, don't get me wrong, unlike the previous joke of a sport, this actually requires some skill. But that doesn't make it any more entertaining. Sometimes the only thing that makes you engage with a sport is its athletes and their personalities, like basketball.
What's the question? What's the question? I don't know this dude right here, he tripping.
Or boxing, you have Mike Tyson. But all the NASCAR races are like NPCs with limited lines of dialogue, bruh. Only able to ride off on their looks with transplanted hair to not look pathetic. The only reason I see myself ever watching it for more than 5 minutes is if the track is rainy and in poor condition and there might be a crash about to happen. Oh shit, oh fuck, there we go. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. That's a 2, bruh. Not enough crashes. Of course, there are also these pseudo sports like snooker or darts. Now, I get that some people spend decades perfecting their darts skill, but one way or the other, this is still as boring as any drill machine you can buy. And don't even get me started on snooker. Or now that I think of it, the king of pseudo sports, bowling. I get that as a hobby, bowling is fun with your friends, but professional bowling is like public masturbation. Both of these will inflict the authorities to look into your mental stability, bruh. I mean, what kind of person would work his entire life off spending hours every day to become a world bowling champion? Drake? Because I easily see this grooming goof become a 3-time international world champion in this attempt at a sport, bruh. Damn, he'd probably do it just to impress Millie, dog. But even then, it's all somehow more fun to watch than your local chess tournament, dog. All of these so-called sports zero. And what the fuck is wrong with people that watch golf anyway? You have to have a special kind of grandiose delusion to be entertained by it, bruh. Because no person with a fully functioning brain finds it fun. Even Tiger Woods, the greatest golf player in the world, somehow looks like he's in pain when he plays it. I mean, look at his face. Does it not scream misery? What do you think is in this poor guy's head in this moment? This shit is a 1, bro, and only because of Tiger Woods. Like, how can you even consider this a sport? Fingering a torn ass crack is more of a sport than this. You wanna look at sports entertainment? You look at MMA, a sport that keeps you at the edge of the seat, gives you months if not years of anxious build-up for the fight, actually requires insane skill and talent, and has the most exhilarating personalities from all of sports. One of the biggest names in MMA, the undefeated Chael Sonnen, is more entertaining all on his own than all of these pseudo sports combined, bruh. In fact, I feel like this American gangster could easily become a world champion in all of these sports if he really wanted to, man. That's how advanced MMA fighters are compared to these other athletes.
Do you really believe that Minotauro thought that a bus was a horse?
This is a true story. There was a bus that pulled up to a red light, and Little Nog tried to feed it a carrot while Big Nog was petting it. He thought it was a horse. That happened. Now that happened. He stuck that carrot in the grill, and his brother was, whoa, big fella.
I mean, the UFC 229 press conference alone wipes all the professional golfing with ease.
It's free real estate.
And the fights itself could go any way. You have no way of knowing how it's gonna end, whereas in all these pseudo sports, the result always looks the same. You get a ball in a hole, hit the bullseye, get a strike. Boom! He just got knocked the fuck out. Oh, he's down.
Knocked out!
Oh, the armor protects him, is good. He's dead! He's dead! Oh, he's about to slap him. Oh! And it seems that we're about to have a hole-in-one, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes, it would seem that way. Let's clap it up, everyone. What a game. What a thrill, ladies and gentlemen. Let's clap it all up for Tacitus Cornwellington III Jr.